Have you ever done a pickleball clinic? Maybe with a group of people, and maybe they're people you know, but it's possible you've gone to a pickleball camp somewhere, right? Or maybe you've gone to a clinic with a local pro, or it's some new special event. How do they group people? And I know initially when you sign up, it's typically like, okay, you write down your skill level, right? Are you a 2.5 or a 3.0 or a 3.5, 4.0, right? But we all know that how people report or what they report as their skill level is not always the same as their actual skill level, right? And so what do coaches do? How do they handle this situation? Well, there's a couple different options here, and I kind of want to talk about those for a moment and tell you which one I think makes the most sense. All right, so one of the ways to do this, and I think it's not the best one, is to go by whatever people report. So if you sign up for the clinic and you put yourself as a 3.5 and you go, well, we put all the people who say they're 3.5s, regardless of what they show us, regardless of what we see, they said they're a 3.5, so we put them on the 3.5 court. And I guess that's a way to do it. But what if they're wrong? What if they lied? What if they didn't even lie? What if they were doing it in good faith, but they just got it wrong? What if they're having a bad day? I had someone recently who said, oh, yeah, I have to play with my non-dominant hand. Shoulder injury. Just got it yesterday, right? So just going by based on their word and how they sign up, to me, seems problematic because who knows if they're actually right about it. And then you have these mixed groups and the skill levels are all over the place and it's no fun for everyone. So I'm going to leave that one aside. Another option is that the coaches make the call. And it's true, when you're a pickleball coach and you're running a clinic, you do get the final say. Right? You do get the decision-making power to put people on court 1 or court 2 or court 3 or whatever you're doing. That can work. There's trouble with that, though. And the trouble with that is really trouble for the coach. Because what happens, let's do this scenario. I'm sure this would never happen to you. Let's say that you tell me you're a 3.5 player. That's what you filled out your little form. And then I watch you and I was like, you know what? Not so much a 3.5. There's nothing wrong with not being a 3.5, right? But we do want to make sure everyone's happy. So I could group you down lower. I could put you on the lower court. And as much as I might not call it the bottom court or the weakest court, most people can kind of figure out how those courts get divided, right? The strong end is over here, the middle group is here, the weaker group is down there. And you're probably going to figure out that I put you there. Now, you might be fine with that. You might be happy. You might say, Mark, thanks so much for making sure that I'm playing with people of my skill level and making it fun for everyone else. Or you might be like some people and be kind of annoyed with me. Think that I put you in the wrong place. Maybe I had something against you. Maybe I wasn't watching you carefully enough. Maybe, I don't know, you beat my friend in a tournament the other day and now I'm getting payback, right? Whatever. When you group people as the coach by skill level, based on your observations, you're opening yourself up to some potential criticism, right? That you're showing favoritism to one person or another, or who knows. So is that a way to do it? You just use your observations, you use your professional judgment, and you group people accordingly? Yeah, that can work. But I don't think that's the best solution either. All right, so what's a better solution? Well, the better solution, I think, is that you get people to play against each other. That you let the results speak for themselves. So let me give you an example. I was recently coaching out in California, which is outside of San Francisco. It was beautiful. We were running a Nike pickleball camp. And when we were out there, we had, 44 people, 48 people. So we had 12 courts going. And after we had a little warm up and a meet and greet and all that stuff, we got people out there, did a little bit of stuff together. We said, here's what we're going to do. We are going to play some one-on-one points. We made it fun. I didn't tell them this is how they were going to be grouped, but we made it fun, and they played one-on-one points. And the way it would work, skinny singles for those in the know, is one person would serve down the line to their opponent, and then you play out the point. 2-bounce rule applies, kitchen rule applies, whatever. So there'd be 2 games going on every court at the same time. They're playing one-on-one, and they're keeping score. And we made it clear that this was now competitive time, so you should care about winning. And what we did is, if you won your point, if you were in the lead when I blew the whistle, which was every 2 minutes or so, then you get to move up. And you move up toward the top court. Now, you don't go all the way up to the top court, you just go up half a court, right? So if you win, you go up half a court, and if you lost, well, you go the other direction. You go down half a court only, right? And so what you do is now is you have enough rotations where the people who are stronger should, in theory, sort of more often than not, be winning their way upward, and they should be moving that direction. The less skilled players, even if it's just on that day, they should have enough opportunities that they sort of lose their way down. right? And what you do, the trick here is that you've got to have enough rotations that you're really going to get a good sort of final result, right? That someone who starts way on the bottom needs to have the opportunity to have enough games to win their way up. And that's what we did in California. What is it, 48 people, 12 courts? We had this woman, I am not kidding you, she started at the very, 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 very bottom. And she won, and she won, and she won, and she won, and she won. She won something like 16 games in a row. Now, we have to make those games short, right? Because if we're doing like 2 or 3 minutes long and 16 games, that's 30, 48 minutes. No one wants to play that game for 48 minutes. So I told them, I said, oh, we're going to be fast. We're going to make it quick. Again, we didn't tell them why. We just said it's going to be fun. It's going to be competitive. 90 seconds, sometimes just a minute, blow the whistle. And so this one woman had enough opportunity to win her way all the way up to the top. Okay, so that's my suggestion to you. If you're a pickleball coach, consider using these one-on-ones, because what happens then, let's say someone's on the bottom court. And again, don't keep them there forever. But let's say someone's on the bottom court for their training. They're there not because you put them there, right? They're not there because you made the decision that they're the weakest player or in the weakest third of the group or whatever it is. They're there because they earned their way there, right? They lost enough times against enough players. And again, it's not just 1 or 2 rotations, right? They have enough time to sort of figure out where they should be. But more often than not, if you use this system, playing one-on-one, they can't blame a partner, right? No one's picking on their partner. Like, they're the ones who have to perform. If you have enough rotations, you've got a really good chance of getting people where they should be skill-wise. And that way it sort of takes the pressure off the coach. It's not your fault that they're there. It's theirs.